All right, today we are checking out some Vaundy.
It's just not my kind of song. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I appreciate the emotionality of it. I think it helps knowing a good chunk of the story and like what's going on to like have that emotional connection with it. But it just like isn't for me musically.
Can you think of a anime opening or outro that hit for you?
Yeah. So Hell's Paradise.
All right, so we're checking out Millennium Parade with featuring Sheena Ringo. I did a reaction to a video where it's a live video.
I bet this is really nice live.
And Sheena made an appearance on stage, which no one expected because she's just, again, on that level.
Yeah.
And so people were freaking out when she showed up.
I could do without him, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's probably because she's so good that it's just a little bit distracting from what she's doing. Like, just let the lady sing, good sir.
I'm sure people would appreciate you saying that.
I just feel like this doesn't sound like anything else out there. Like, this is like a genuinely unique song.
Yeah.
I don't even know what genre you would call this.
Well, J-pop, you know, especially compared to some other stuff, really comes from just, you know, a whole different place, right?
Yeah.
Can be very, like, jazz infused, which is kind of hard to pull off in, like, a pop setting.
Yeah.
And, like, you know...
Well, and you know I'm not the biggest jazz fan, but the jazz elements here work for me. It's a cool music video too.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. That they do that at the end.
And Sheena really has, like, the range to be able to, like, do all kinds of different genres.
She's also sexy as hell, my god.
Yeah.
She's got this, like, just, like, cool aura.
Very, very natural
Yeah.
for her to do it.
Like, she's not putting on any affect. She's just being what she is. And it's so fucking cool. Because, mind you, this is my first time seeing her. While I've heard this song attach the intro, I wouldn't have known who she was prior to this.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
I wonder what this is. Chat, if this is a song as well, let me know what it is. I've also like done reactions to like Auto where she's covering a song that's actually by Sheena Ringo. And
Oh, okay.
like and it would be like this thing where like Otto has to completely like belt out everything like the way she does, and then I would have, you know, the video after that be Sheena Ringo doing it live, and she just does it, and she just does it so effortlessly and is able to like belt out those notes and just kind of like, she doesn't look like she's overstraining herself. She just, you know, as if it's just another day. And like,
absolutely.
So she just really has that vibe of, she probably has, you know, like they said, like she's a legend over there, so probably for good reason.
Well, and I think like that like comes off in like what she gives, right? Like there's like a quiet confidence that comes from kind of like maybe knowing you're the shit, and not necessarily being like egotistical about it, but just like being like secure and confident that like I know that I'm good at what I do, and I'm just gonna fucking do it, and I don't need to do any more than that because I alone am enough.
Yeah, it has to be hard in Japan too, because there's a lot of like technically sound musicians over there that are just absolutely fantastic that would kill it over here. So to be a standout artist over there, and like let alone be like legend status over there, has to be monumental.
You have to do something pretty special
for their standards over there.
Absolutely.
You know? And so it's interesting because like I didn't really get into Hell's Paradise so much, but its intro is actually one of those ones that are just very distinct amongst everything else. And like when you hear it, you're like, oh, what is this from? And like so and it took me a while to figure out that it was from Hell's Paradise.
Like Death Notes.
Death Note.
The first one, not the second one. The second one's a banger. First one.
Oh.
Haunted, stop it!
So that one, that's a bit more to your liking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Although now I think about it, nothing beats the Angel Beats outro. For emotionality, but I also have an emotional connection with the anime, which I think
for sure.
But this is like a banger, whereas that's like a ballad.
Yeah, I mean, like the first like few piano notes for the outro for Angel Beats, it's just, I can just hear that.
Yeah.
On repeat.
And you know exactly what it is the second you hear it.
Yeah,
like,
and it's like the only time you hear it, like
in
the damn song, but that's probably also by design.
Yeah.
And this song too also kind of has its own like little iconic thing, like just like the first few notes, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like, it's so interesting how a few simple notes can have that effect, and
that's not a magic moment that happens with every anime, with every intro. So
no, and
it's special when it happens.
And I think also like the aesthetic of the show as well kind of like lends itself to it, and there's kind of a similar thing that happens with like JJK and like with like the Shibuya opening, when it's all like red and everything like that. So there's an interesting aesthetic that goes along with it too.
Yeah,
I would think that anything that Sheena Ringo attaches herself to probably has some good prospects of being something, you know, pretty big.
Yeah.
You know, and it's interesting too, because like I think Hell's Paradise is popular, but it's not like necessarily as big as maybe some other shows.
It's not like Demon Slayer JJK popular.
Yeah.
So.
And yet, it gets songs like that, and it's, you know.
Which goes to show you how important music is to anime.
We'll rate both Vaundy and.
That's not a fair comparison.
But it's still, you gotta rate it.
All right.
Okay, so Vaundy, what's.
Like a 5.
Like a 5. Okay. Yeah. I'd probably give it like an 8 for me. Okay. It hit pretty good for me. Okay, now.
Is a 9.
Okay, 9 for you for Sheena Ringo and Millennium Parade.
Yeah.
8.5 for me on that.
Okay.
So we found something that she dug. So cool. Okay, guys, if you enjoyed the reaction, let us know in the comments below what else you want us to check out, and because she's kind of a blank slate when it comes to like J-pop stuff. So, but yeah, let us know, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.